Welcome back to Toxic Man. We are going to discuss a little something tonight about a Michigan Democratic lawmaker by the name of Cynthia Johnson. She recently came out and put a video on her Facebook, and the video live is very troubling. It's very upsetting to see that a lawmaker, I don't care of the party, whether it be Republican, Democrat, Libertarian, whatever, a lawmaker should be held to a higher standard. And this Democratic lawmaker out of Michigan made some comments on social media, on her Facebook live, and then posted it to her Facebook that should be troubling to you if you care anything about safety and security in this country. Let's take a look.
So this is just a warning to you Trumpers. Be careful. Walk lightly. We ain't playing with you. Enough of the shenanigans. Enough is enough. And for those of you who are soldiers, you know how to do it. Do it right. Be in order. Make them pay. I love y'all. Bye-bye.
Okay. So here she makes some troubling comments. She says that, as you heard, and I quote, "This is just a warning to you Trumpers," appearing to refer to Trump supporters. Be careful, walk lightly. We ain't playing with you. Enough of the shenanigans. Enough is enough. This was the really, really upsetting part. For those of you who are soldiers, you know how to do it. Do it. Be in order. Make them pay. All right, let's think about something for a moment. Think about if this was a Republican state lawmaker in any state. The media would have a heyday with this. They would take their words and they would blast them all over. It would be a 24-hour news cycle about how Republicans are trying to incite violence. They're threatening the lives of people who don't agree with them politically. What does the media do when a Democrat does it? Crickets. Does it surprise you? It doesn't surprise me, and I'm sure it doesn't surprise you either, because the media loves to protect Democrats. They are a marketing arm for the Democrats. They take out the bad, and they leave what they think is good. So, again, I'm going to repeat this. This is a warning to you Trumpers, all right? So, for those who are soldiers, you know how to do it. Okay, who are soldiers to the Democrat Party? We've seen them. They go by the name Antifa, or I think out in Portland, it's the Black Bloc. They will incite violence. They have assaulted police officers. They have burned down buildings. They have attempted in Portland to burn down condos while people are in them. Innocent bystanders. And they've tried to burn them down. So, are these the soldiers that Cynthia Johnson was calling out to? It's possible. They're left-leaning. She's Democrat. She's on the left. I don't see how else it could be anything. I don't see how it could be misconstrued to anything else other than she's calling for Antifa violence, which we've seen all summer. And it's caused people to lose their lives, to lose their sight, to lose loved ones. It's extremely disturbing, and the media's got nothing to say about it. So when she says she calls them soldiers, then she tells them to do it right, be in order. So organize and do it right. What does do it right mean? Do it right, to me, and I'm sure to you, means go out and punish Trump supporters. Well, how do you punish them in this day and age? They're wanting to punish via violence. Do it. Do what? Hurt the Trump supporters. That's exactly what she means. Make them pay. Make them pay for what, she said. How else are you going to teach anyone a lesson if you don't make them pay? Pay with what? Their physical harm? For their mental well-being? How is she going to make them pay other than to hurt them? Surely she doesn't mean the ballot box. So, when she put this to her social media, of course there was an outrage to it, rightfully so, and she came under investigation. So she fell under investigation, and she was removed from a few committees that she was on in the state legislature. And she has now saying that she doesn't care that she was pulled off the committees. And then she lied by saying this. In my community, we often use the term soldier. But when we use the term, it means for people to rise up, not just take BS. It doesn't mean anything violent. Our rise up means rise up against racism, against tyranny, rise up against violence. No, my message was not one that intended against the Trump people. We were talking about peace and unity. She lied. How else? It's just so aggravating and so infuriating. Think about it. Okay, what in the first message, this is just a warning to you Trumpers. She comes down here in her comments that she wanted to make after she was stripped of her positions on the committee. And she says, again, no, my message was not one that was intended against the Trump people. Hello? I don't know how else. Talking about peace and unity. Okay, what are soldiers? Soldiers are ones that are trying to fight wars, right? How is peace and unity when you're calling people up to organize and to that enough is enough, and you want to end the shenanigans, as you say, and it's a warning to Trumpers. How is a warning a call for peace and unity? This woman lied in her alleged apology, and she's also trying to drum up political violence against people that simply don't agree with her. That is highly irresponsible, and it is highly dangerous, especially in the world that we're living in right now. Our country is so divided. Yet this lawmaker is supposed to be the leader. They're supposed to be a leader of some sort, and she is supposed to be an example of her community. And this is what she does. She calls for political violence against people that simply don't agree with her politically. She should be ashamed of herself. She should really be ashamed. But since she's a Democrat, she's not ashamed at all. She's actually proud of it. And secretly, behind closed doors, I guarantee you that she's being praised by other Democrats for what she did. She won't get kicked off at any other things that matter. She's been kicked off some committees, so what? She'll probably get put back on some in about 3 or 4 weeks, as if this never happened. So, you want to be careful with these people. They will say just about anything. Here's a thought. Do you think she would go out there and rise up? No. She sits back in the comfort of her own home or her own office, and she sends everybody else via social media. She wants to send out other people to catch charges for assault and battery, possibly murder, malicious damage, arson, whatever the case is. She's fine with sending out everybody else because you know why? She's a coward at heart. She's truly a coward. She won't go out and do any of this stuff she's calling for. She'll send out all these other little do-boys to do stuff for her, but she won't do anything herself. That should aggravate you. It aggravates me. I know there are people that's going to aggravate. I'm sure you're one of them that's watching this video. It's sad that this is what it's come down to, that politics, she's going to try and send out an army of people to hurt other people. that just disagree with her. And then lie about it as if we're a bunch of idiots and we don't know what she said 2-3 days ago when she addressed Trumpers, as she called them, and then says, well, my message wasn't against Trumpers. Yeah, it was. You're a liar, Cynthia Johnson. You lied. I know it. You know it. Anyone with about 3 or 4 brain cells knows it. So just be aware. Be aware that these people are out here. If they're doing it at the state legislature level, they're definitely doing it at the lower levels too. So just be careful. Until next time, stay informed and stay toxic to the left's agenda. Take care.